Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to analyze the current price for Theta and conduct machine learning based price forecast, regression analysis, and accumulation related strategies. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. Theta being one of the rallying cryptos over the last 7 days. Historically, the market cap ranking are improving. Currently, the price is coming in at around 98 cents. That means close to the dollar target. Over the last 7 days, rallied by about 44%. Over the last 24 hours, up by about 5%. On the last 30 days, 32%. Currently, market cap coming to that close to that 1 billion target. Circulating supply currently at around a billion. In terms of tokenomics versus price action growth, you can see over the last 1 year on the log scale. This is the price chart and this is the market cap chart. If you toggle between those two charts, you are essentially getting one and the same. That means whatever growth or lack of growth occurs in market cap gets reflected back in price. By token rank, Theta is ranked number 77th. If you were to use machine learning based techniques to identify what could be a Non-Euphoria and Euphoria target for Theta over the next 6 months, the Non-Euphoria peak estimated by this machine learning model price between 99 cents and about $2. That would be a lower high for Theta compared to December and March of 2024. In the case there is a higher high for with a euphoria in the market, a 2 standard deviation or 95 percentile bull ceiling for or bullish ceiling for Theta between $1.12 and about $4.55. So these targets increase as we go further out into the future. That means it's unlikely for Theta to arrive at $4 target in May, but as we proceed closer to August and September, the likelihood kind of increases, giving some room for any exponential returns to the upside as well as to the downside. Again, this model also estimates if there is a continuation in the bearish trajectory, the price action could have support between 37 cents and about 76 cents. So, and the base case being slightly higher highs and higher lows. That means all things equal, the likely case for Theta in that base case between the directionality with slight bias to the upside. If you want to look at those targets in tabular format, they are available on the bottom of your screen. If you were to analyze the regression based fair value for Theta, that is coming in at again for this model, again all of the content available for free on cryptoweeklies.com, the link on the bottom of your screen. You don't have to pay, sign up, or watch any ads on this website. And this get developed and updated every day. The fair value at this point in time coming in at around $3.33. This represents an undervaluation for Theta, not just on the fair value but also the 1 standard deviation residual applied to the fair value. And this green line, again below this green line, usually accumulating below this green line, historically speaking, is closer to the bottom. Again, at one point the price was lower than not just the 1 standard deviation residual but also the 2 standard deviation residual, especially late April 2025 onwards. So the first target for Theta to watch for towards the upside is $1.61. That represents 1 standard deviation bottom on the fair value, and the fair value coming in at around $3.33. That could be a harbinger of any further bullishness or euphoria in the market. The 1 standard deviation residual applied to the upside helps identify where is the likely euphoria phase going to start. If it were to start for Theta, that is coming in at around $6.50, and the end of the euphoria phase for Theta coming in at around $14.30. So those are the three targets to the upside from $3.30, then move to the almost $7 level, and then $14 level. Those are the three realistic scenarios for Theta, with more likelihood of the lower ones, that is more likely to occur with a $3.33, and then followed by $7 and then $14. That's as the heat bands increase, the likelihood kind of diminishes. And then going back to the regression based model estimation, the current risk levels for Theta come at around the risk levels less than 2%. Again, if the hypothesis is only 2 DCA, especially with altcoins only 2 DCA, when the risk levels are at a great risk reward such as less than 10%, like this purple shaded region, this model does identify those great entry points for theta. Again, using regression based, the same polynomial regression based model helps identify what is the fair value with respect to the 4-year market cycle theory with a non-linear estimation of a fair value, that is during the bear market, the carving of a bottom such as a U shape, like it did back in 2018 as well as back in 2024 when we were making several videos related to theta on the YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel, the homepage of the YouTube channel. You can see, or 4 months ago or a year ago when theta was carving those bottoms, also 5 months ago, several videos related to theta were made on the channel. So if you like this content and want to stay updated on the theta's price action, you can give us a like and subscribe to stay updated. The peak regression though right now comes at around $11. That is where the dotted red line kind of meets the price action, where if there is any euphoria in the market, likely that ceiling kind of captures the end of the euphoria phase, like it did back in March 2024. Again, there might be some fake outs out of this territory, but again, distributing at this level, not per this model, not that worse of an idea. So the risk levels for to target at the distribution phases or towards the top of the rally are between 40% and 70% risk. If the prices were to go to that level per this model, the price for theta could be between $6.60 and about $11 or $10.40. So that's the realistic target per this model. Again, if you want to be slightly more cautious, then 30 to 40% you can add those bands as well. Again, that would take the price action target to a lower bound at around $5.40, between $5.40 and $10.50 for theta's regression based estimation. As a simple moving average based analysis, right now the risk is at around 20% for theta. If that were to go to that 30% to 70% target for this model, $4.50 theta between that and about $8.70, that is estimated by forecasting using 20-week simple moving average and the risk levels. On the other hand, right now theta on its time weighted average price model says that the current price, although rallied from the bottom, it still represents a valuation lower than the time weighted average price. The time weighted average price comes at around $1.70, and for this model, any time price falls below that time weighted average price and persists for a range of time, that historically speaking turns into an accumulation phase. Right now the price is below the time weighted average price, almost by 60-70% lower than the time weighted average price. So so that historically speaking has caused the accumulation phase, resulted in an accumulation phase. So all in all, the estimated bull run target for theta with all of these models combined together, again, say that estimated bull run peak could be at around $21. That's a lofty goal, which says that all of the model together, if they were to reach that 95% risk, right now the weighted risk is only 5%. Again, the likelihood of all the three models reaching 95% risk together is very low. So taking a 60 to 80% or 40 to 60% in this case of this $20 target makes the most amount of sense. So 40% would take theta's price action to during the peak at around $8. A 60% would take at around $12. Between $8 and $12 becomes more realistic as an interpretation of this model. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.